In the same way that billions of snowflakes are not identical, there are no two people that are the same. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Please hit that subscribe button below if you would love to hear more content about spirituality, law of attraction, and self-development. I talk about all of that on my channel, and I would love to have you join me. So in today's video, I want to talk about how you can tap into your unique gifts, the gifts that you came into this world with that nobody else has. So the first step in order to bringing out your unique gifts is, first of all, knowing that you have them. Just by the simple fact that you are here on this earth, you are one of the billions of souls that were chosen to come into this world, that you have something to offer. You have a spark of light within you that you can bring out. And if you think that you don't have anything that's unique or different or special about you, then maybe you just haven't broadened it up yet, or you just haven't tapped into it to your full potential. So let's talk about in this video how we can use our full potential to manifest our gifts in a way that serves ourselves and serves others as well. So let's talk about differences and owning your differences. That part of you, the part of you that you think is different, the part of you that you kind of want to hide so that you kind of dim your light in front of others, that part of you is a part of your gift. So try to think about aspects of you that you're actually fearful to bring out. Because most of the time, if that is like a loving quality, if it's a quality that you know you could help others with, or that you would be happier if you brought out, if you're suppressing it, then you know that is a unique gift of yours. So acknowledge those things that you're suppressing. If you are fearful of it, that's a sign that that's your light. That's what you bring to this world. We're told by society to dim our light, to be like everyone else, to fit in, to do what everyone else is doing, and to push away our differences. But our differences are the best part. That's the whole point of existence, the whole point of reality. Whenever you have a gift in something or a passion in something, that part of your mind that is doubtful will always come out in that area. And that's because once you break through that doubt, once you rise above it, you can bring that light in such a more powerful way than if it was just so easy for you to tap into. So it's those things that we usually need to work for to bring out, and that we usually have fear about. Those are the things that are unique about us. And everybody's different. So if your dream is something that has been done before, it hasn't been done before the way that you can do it. So if you're someone that has a dream, but the fear and the doubt, consciousness that's coming to you is, but it's been done before, or there are people that are better than you, that's simply just not the case. There is nobody that can do what you can do the same way that you can do it. So even if you're doing the same thing, you're not going to be doing it the same way. The purpose of life is not to fit inside a box, is not to conform to what everyone else is doing, what everyone else is telling you that you need to do. The point of life is to identify what parts of you are different than everyone else, and how can you use that as a benefit to others, and how can you share that spark of light even when the doubt comes in. There is a reason that we all have different thoughts, different beliefs, different perspectives, different challenges, and different outlooks on everything in our lives. All of our lives are so individualized and so different, and there's a reason for that. It's because we all can bring something different to the world. We all have something different to bring. Even if that's an experience that you've been through, you have that unique perspective that didn't exist in the world before you in the same way that it exists for you. And a big lesson I learned as well is that we can all learn from each other, and we need each other. We need other people to see things that we can't see. I have my personal experiences, my personal perspective, but I need to learn from others' perspectives and others' experiences to help shape my life. So remember that your differences are not to be hidden, they're not to be suppressed. They're there for you. You have these passions, you have these gifts, because it's your responsibility to bring it out. So that leads to my next point, which is that the world needs your unique gifts. The world needs your talent, and the world needs your passion. There is no one on the planet that can do what you do the way you do it. And when you think about it like that, if you don't do what you're passionate about, if you don't do what your dreams are, then the world is never receiving that gift. So you have the choice whether you want to bring out your passion and now it's like a part of the world, it's a part of helping others, or you can choose to suppress it, and then that's a spark of light that the world never gets to see. And you have that passion for a reason. You have it so you can bring it out and help others see a different perspective that they didn't think of before. So I'm gonna get a little bit personal right now and tell you guys that for me to be sitting here saying this to you guys, I had a lot of doubt. I had a lot of fear that went into it because I felt like people wouldn't understand. And I felt like not a lot of people that I knew were doing this kind of stuff. So it's very different. But what I came to realize that thing that makes me different are actually the beauty, that all of our differences are the beauty. And for me to not speak about things that I feel are so relevant and so important for my generation and for all of the generations to hear. And even if someone doesn't agree with it, that's fine, because they're gonna resonate with it in their own way. And that's the beautiful part about having different perspectives, is that we all have different ways of perceiving things, of understanding things, and even if we don't agree with something someone says, it still will further reaffirm our beliefs. And you still have a version of love, of positivity, of passion that no one else has. And if we don't let others see that spark of light within us, then we're not adding to the world in a positive way. And then it's like we're not even a part of the world, we're just going with it. Instead of owning your light, your difference, and bringing that out and adding to the world and changing the world in a positive way. Change is so important, it's what leads to growth. And growth and transformation is the purpose of why we're even here. Tapping into our gifts gives us more fulfillment because we're aligning with our purpose. And what alignment means is being at a higher vibration, feeling higher vibrational emotions such as happiness, such as sparks of motivation, appreciation, intuition, synchronicity, seeing synchronicities. All of these things are signs that you are in alignment. If you are feeling fulfilled, if you are feeling happy, then you are in alignment. And by doing our passion, by tapping into our gifts, that is what can help lead us into being in alignment. Being in alignment attracts more good things to us. So how can you align more with your purpose? By listening to the little voice that's in your mind that tells you that you want to do something, but then that logical mind comes in and tries to shut it down, tries to put in doubt, tries to say that you can't do it. What is the muted voice that is your soul? What is it saying to you? When you go to bed at night, when you have dreams and aspirations, and then a louder voice telling you not to do it, it's not gonna work, and trying to give you all of these scenarios and situations and reasons why it's not gonna work out for you, that little voice is the one you want to listen to. You want to turn up the volume on that little voice. Feed it more power. Reaffirm to yourself that if you have this dream that you can do it, and surround yourself with content and with speakers and with people that have done it already to prove to you that your dreams are possible, to prove to you that you can do something in alignment with your passion and it can be executed, and then keep aligning yourself with that outcome. And if you don't know what you're passionate about, try to think about what you don't like or what you do like. For example, if you have a love for animals, that could be your passion. Maybe you can do something to advocate for animals. Maybe you really want to stick up for injustices, for crime. Maybe you have a huge passion for that. Then that's something that you can bring out in a way that nobody else can. Maybe it's making music. Maybe it's creating a book, writing a blog, writing something to do with writing. If you love to express your thoughts through paper, that is a passion that you have. That is something that you need to execute. That is something that you need to bring out, despite the ego mind that tries to tell you that it's not possible to reach your goals, that it's out of reach, that it's hard. You know, the idea that things are hard, that's a limiting belief. And we have to understand that things are only hard if we think that they're hard. If we can work on shifting our mindset, then it's not as hard as we think it is. And maybe your gift can be that you overcame certain challenging situations in your life and just simply being yourself, simply the fact that you overcame those things, people can feel that energy from you. People can feel the strength that you gained from that. So maybe that's something you want to share, because you have a different perspective than anyone else because of the challenges that you have faced. So you have a different outlook that can be so inspiring to others. And sometimes just simply being you is enough. Working on yourself first, people can feel that. People can feel the energy. Now let's talk about, how do you know it's just your gift and not just something you like doing or a hobby or whatever? The first thing you'll notice is that you are scared to bring it out and you doubt yourself. That is the first sign that it is something that you absolutely should do. Now, doubting yourself is a very, very normal thing to do. I think every single human being doubts themselves at some point. But if you're particularly doubting yourself in something that you are good at or something that you know you have the potential to bring and help others with, then that is something that you want to eliminate. You want to work on, why do I feel this way? Why am I scared to bring this out? So if you're scared to bring it out, then that is a sign that you should absolutely bring it out. Now moving on to number 2 is that people don't see how it's possible because it's out of the ordinary. If nobody ever stretched the limits beyond what people thought were possible, beyond what people thought were ordinary, we wouldn't have inventions such as the light bulb. We wouldn't have record breakers because the people that are trying to break the record, it's never been done before. They have no proof that it can be done. So the people around them are probably thinking that they're crazy. But what would have happened if they stopped? What if they didn't break those records? Our limits would never have been expanded. So unless you expand through what you think your limits are, unless you expand those barriers, those things in your mind, the people around you that are telling you that you can't do something, if you don't ever stretch the limits beyond what you think is possible, then it won't ever get done. And that is where you see successful people. You don't see successful people come out of just being like everyone else. They did something different. They did something that people thought were crazy. So keep that in mind when you have crazy ideas and you doubt yourself. Everyone that is successful at one point had crazy ideas that they had to bring out, that they had to believe in themselves for. They had to tap into those unique gifts. Number 3, it kind of ties along with the last point I said, but that if it's never been done before, do it. Don't be afraid by something that you've never seen done before, in the way that you are thinking to do it. If it's never been done before, that means that the world is missing that part that you can bring and only you can bring out to the world. We have to push the limits in order to expand the way that things are done, the way that this world works. So that's how you know that that's your gift. But I also want you guys to know that by following your passion, by bringing out your gifts, by learning more about yourself and bringing out those amazing qualities in you, that is not selfish. Selfish is putting others down to raise yourself up. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about raising ourselves up while simultaneously raising others up. Using what we have in this world, our gifts, to make ourselves happy, which in turn will, first of all, radiate to others. People can feel that happiness. We are adding to the happiness of the world, the collective consciousness of the world. No energy, no happiness is to waste. And also, you are bringing that spark of light for others to share, for others to be inspired by. It's about adding value to your life and others. And we don't want to have an ego about it. We want to feel like we are blessed and we are grateful for having the gifts or the passions that we have, but not to think that it's above anyone else's. To know that everyone is equal on their level, that what someone's passion is, even if it's the complete opposite of yours, that doesn't mean theirs is wrong. We have to acknowledge that everyone has something different and unique that they bring to this world based on different experiences, based on different perspectives. And there's no wrong and right, it's all subjective. We want to open our minds, keep an open mind, and release that ego that thinks that my views are superior to anyone else's. When in reality, we all have different perspectives. We all have different lenses that we view life through. Everyone is entitled to their opinions. We are all at different levels of consciousness, and we can only focus on our own, on raising our own consciousness. And if someone disagrees with something that we say, they're not wrong, they're just on a different level of consciousness. They're on their level of consciousness. That's just the reality that they are living in. So it's important for us not to judge the place that someone else is at. Just the way that every single person has different levels of reality, different levels of consciousness, understanding, beliefs, and everything. The level that they're on is not your issue. If they don't agree with something that you are passionate about, something that you do, that's not your issue. All you can focus on is aligning yourself with a higher level consciousness and not be focused on what other level that other people's are. Just do your part. Bring out your light. This is not hurting anyone. This is adding to the world. This is a responsibility that we all have, being given our differences, to take those differences and to share them with the world in a way in which the world has never seen it and in the way that the world needs it. We all bring differences to each other, and that is a beautiful thing. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you got some value out of it. If you did, please hit that like button down below and also subscribe if you're new, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.